Hey, what's up, everyone? We got another episode of Northwest Bodybuilding here. This is episode 12. We got a real good cast today. We got Brandon Wise, Brandon Lyons, David Johnston, Big Ferg, and who did I forget? I'm forgetting one person, right? Chris. Oh, he's not on yet. Yeah, okay. So I said everybody so far. Chris is going to join in a little bit, I think. Chris Cashman. Sweet, man. Big Ferg, I've been trying to get your ass on forever. I finally got you on, bro.
I know, dude. My schedule's nuts, dude.
I bet. That's David, diet faced out. What's going on, man?
I'm feeling it.
How many weeks to the show? Like
3 weeks out.
Three,
no, three and 5.
Damn. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
You can tell by his face that he's coming in shape.
I know. That's gonna be cool to see him and Tim battle it out. I'm glad there's two fucking good bodybuilders there.
Yeah.
I didn't know Tim was doing it.
Oh, there we go. Start my video. Yeah. Tim O'Malley's doing it. Yeah, he's looking pretty good, man. I seen him earlier at the gym today.
Sick. Right on.
Yeah, it's good to see, man. Because man, I don't know. I was on YouTube earlier and this shit popped up and it was like the Idaho Cup overall bodybuilding from like a week ago, or I don't know, within a couple weeks ago. Bro, it was fucking embarrassing, man. Like it was so bad, man. Like I don't mean to shit on these guys, but just nobody showed up. That's just, you know how it is, man. It's like everyone does classic, and
there's only like 14 people in Idaho anyway. So
I know. It's crazy, right?
It can't be too competitive. I feel like it's kind of that way with a lot of those. I mean, a lot of those northern shows. I don't even know anybody up there who's really at a national level or anything.
Yeah, that's why I always say, like, if you're a bodybuilder, you might as well do like E Cup or Oregon State or like the Northwest. Otherwise, you're just not going to have any competition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oregon State's getting to be a pretty good show. It's
yeah.
It seemed like a couple of years ago, it was like maybe that was just because of COVID or something, but it was pretty dead. And the last couple of years, last year anyway, it looked pretty sweet.
Picking back up.
Yeah.
That show used to be just vicious before all the other classes watered it down. I remember just like the novice classes back in like when Rob, like around when you first started, and David too. Dude, they were just ferocious. Like you had to be a bad motherfucker just to be competitive at a novice class.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was back in like the 2010s.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to Brandon Wise real quick. So dude, you put on like what? How many pounds did you put on from your last show to the E Cup?
34. It was like pretty much. I was about 280 or 184 at Cascadian Classic in 2023, and then E Cup I was about 218 morning of show. So it's about 34-ish pounds.
That is fucking incredible, dude.
That's insane.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I'll be honest, some of that is a little bit of muscle memory. I was a bit over dieted for that Cascadian Classic show. My metabolism just gets really running hard at the end of a prep, and kind of lost, kind of just snowballed there towards the end. So some of that, I could have been a little heavier in that show, but
okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but still, that's a lot of tissue. Did you work
with
Chris
for a good rebound? So
did you work with Chris Tuttle that whole time, like from the end of that show till now?
No, so that show Dom Cardone prepped me for, and so I was with him for about almost a year before that, and I started with Chris last January, I think. So it's been over a year with Chris, a year and a half now.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a nice little group of guys that are working with Chris up here in the Northwest.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's seems to have a good little group up here. I know, he went pro a couple of years ago. Jake Toll, he used to work with him. Let's see who else.
Yeah, I
my
know
buddy
Jake. I've
Spencer's
competed
working with
against
him.
Jake a few times. He's fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
I remember seeing him at the 24 at Hillsboro and being like, "Oh shit, that's what a bodybuilder looks like."
You guys see the screen that I'm sharing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope, awesome, dude. Look, that's crazy, bro. That's it. So that was a what, year and a half transformation right there?
About 2 years, yeah, little just under 2 years.
It looks like 10
Damn.
pounds of that went to your glutes.
Yeah, I got
I
it.
was
So the wellness chicks are asking me for my glute routine. So.
I think you need to show me how to do that.
Awesome.
Did you train your glutes?
No. They've always been, I mean, I'm just posterior dominant. I squatted incorrectly for like the first, few years in the gym and just got big butt because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big, I don't think a lot of people need direct glute work unless they just didn't like do lunges and squats and shit. You know what I mean? Like as far as guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Wait, you mean we don't need to do hip thrusts and all that like everyone does?
Kickbacks.
Right?
Oh.
Glute kickbacks and shit. Yeah. What do you think your best pose is? What's your favorite pose?
Probably my front double or my back double, just because my rib
Yeah.
cage,
That back
Nice.
That
gotta
back
place-
double's sick.
That's
You gotta
fucking
have
awesome, dude.
suck it
Yeah.
all up into,
Yeah, definitely. These E-cup pictures are fucking good, man. Like, I don't know if they figured out the lighting for once or
Yeah,
something
they
there,
had
but
they had a really famous photographer there too. Is it? I can't remember his name. He does
Whitman?
all the pro
Whitman.
shows too.
was it Whitman?
Yeah,
Whitman,
Whitman.
Yeah, because usually that screen like fucking blares you out pretty bad, but it seems like they figured it out.
Yeah, even the like ones they posted on the Emerald Cup website, they turned out pretty good too. So it's cool. Cool that
Yeah.
they took the time for that. I thought the lighting at Vancouver was for like just being in a high school was pretty good too, actually.
Oh yeah,
Is
the
that
Vancouver.
Skyview High School?
Yeah, Skyview High School, yeah.
Yeah,
Look
they've had that one forever.
Look at this fucking gorilla right here.
That's
Dude, it's
bonkers.
Gnarly.
I know. You're still over 300 pounds, right?
Yeah, I'm 311.4 this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. That looks crazy. Are you able to move your arms down there, or is that just where they sit on your lats?
Yeah, I need to do some fine tuning for sure.
No, I mean, like, it doesn't look bad, but I think it would look better if your arms hung down a little bit. It would just look more aesthetic.
Yeah, show a little more delt too. Yeah, I
bring the
did.
shoulder
I just,
forward.
Right.
That's just kind of where where you pull up, they just sit.
Yeah, they just fucking sit there. They're
These
yeah,
are so fucking big.
yeah. And you got shape too. I know we were talking a couple months ago, and you were like, oh, "I don't have very good shape." I was like, "No, bro, you're tripping. Like, once you get all that fat off you, like, you're gonna have crazy shape." You know what I mean?
Big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What do you
excited to see.
How long you been working with Blue now?
Since December 23. So pretty much fresh start in January.
No. So you guys have got some time to get to know your body and
Yeah, it was full rebound from last time I competed, and yeah. So I
That's
was
crazy.
primed and ready to go as soon as we hit the
so
road run.
you're an iron worker too, correct?
No, steam fitter.
Steam fitter. Okay, yeah.
I can read a tape measure.
Dude, I don't know if you guys know, but this guy is like the strongest, probably one of the strongest bodybuilders in the world too. Like, no shit. Like the numbers he puts up just makes me feel inadequate as a man sometimes. Like this dude's got 4 plates and he's got 455 on here, and he's just pissing on it.
And that spotter's like, please don't fail.
I know, right? Like, you don't even see top pros doing this type of weight. I mean, maybe a couple, like maybe.
Most guys don't train heavy like that anymore.
Nah, dude.
No,
The lost art.
I think you're really gonna blow up, man. Once people, well, you already got like 10K followers, but like once people really get to see how big you are and shit. Whoops.
Yeah, I just need to come in fucking shape, dude.
Yeah, So, yeah, me and Ferg have actually competed a couple times together. We did the Idaho Cup 2020, and then we did nationals last year, or not 2 years ago, right? Yeah.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's always just been like, as long as once you get in shape, it's fucking lights out pretty much for everybody. Look at this. What do we got here? 1, 2, 6 plates. God damn, dude. Does that feel heavy or is it just, what is that?
I like it. I miss that Smith squat. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, they got rid of it?
Yeah, they got an Arsenal one, dude, and it scares me. I'm not gonna
Dude,
lie.
the
It's
Arsenal,
just yeah.
it's like sticky, right?
Well, that and you have to like roll. My wrists are already not the most mobile. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
trying to roll a whole 180 to unhook it or to lock it back in is fucking hard.
Mm.
Oh, it's got like a big rotation. Yeah.
Yeah, and
it
like
sucks.
even yeah, Chris knows it's fucking terrible. Like I don't even incline on it, shoulder press or bench on it because it's just sketchy.
And even that incline that we have, that free weight one's kind of weird. It's too low.
It
Like,
is low.
it is, I don't not like it.
yeah, like your knees are like
Oh,
in your chest.
Mhm.
oh the barbell incline?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
because if you don't set the seat down all the way, the clips are like right in your range of motion.
Yeah.
That they rack the weight on.
No, that's one of my only complaints about O'Malley's is they don't have a good free weight barbell incline. That's why I always do Smith machine.
It's wild. Like it's such a simple piece. Like how can we
I know.
not
Dude,
saying
I'll
about
tell you
that
what,
gym, but just gyms in general, you know.
I'll tell you what, those headphones are really fucking counterbalancing all that weight, brother.
That's the secret, dude. Just full of years of sweat, just counterweight.
I
I didn't even notice the extra plate that he's got stacked on top of it.
Dude, that's fucking retarded.
You say you
David,
work.
that's the pendulum spot I was telling Julian to get.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
And that hack squat's fucking heavy, isn't it? The pre-core one?
Yeah, it's
Pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah. Not
I
for
only do
sure.
5 fucking plates on that.
Yeah.
And I was proud of that.
Look at the fucking plate bending as he comes down.
Yeah.
It's
So what do you think
scary to
you're gonna
watch
land?
this shit in person, dude. Like the whole machine's just flexing every fucking rep. It's,
Every rep, the machine's going, no.
No. That's crazy. So you said you're 310 right now?
yeah. I was 311 like 0.4 this morning. I had a low Saturday. It was like 309.4, but it's just I trained legs, so you know I'm holding water.
So 310 right now. You're not. You said you're 9 and 6 weeks out.
No, 9 and 12.
9 and 12. So 9 to Washington
Colorado
State, 12
Cup.
to North America.
No, I'm doing Colorado because so I can just roll right into North Americans.
A week later.
2 weeks later, I think, or 2.5, roughly.
Yeah, you'll enjoy. I enjoyed doing North Americans that year. I did it. It's a good really good ran show.
Yeah, I really wanted to do Washington State, but it's just 6 weeks until North Americans,
Yeah.
and I'm not doing the show up 90% or whatever. It's like all or nothing, right? I don't even want to fucking do it.
Yeah, you want to get. I agree with that.
Yeah, I've been kicking the dick enough. I'm good.
Have you guys probably haven't talked about what body weight you're going to be on stage? You're just kind of rolling with the punches, right?
I don't care. I just want to be big, full, and lean.
We'll make it
I'm
down to
guessing
heavies.
probably is super heavy.
Hopefully I'll make the cut.
Damn, look at that transformation.
God damn.
I know I didn't think I could get uglier, but I think I did it.
You got so big, your hair went away.
Yeah, it's all down my back now.
I'm gonna throw a wild guess out there and say 270, 275.
Right there?
No, I'm saying his stage weight.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
How
Yeah.
tall are you?
6'1" and some change.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're
he's
6
little.
foot. I swear to
That's
fucking
huge.
God. You're the same height as me.
So I don't know. I gotta see. How tall are you?
I got height at exactly 6 foot for a classic. So
So I might be
you
between
shrank.
six. Yeah,
Yeah,
that damn pendulum.
we're all like the same, like right at 6 foot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm a shorty.
I didn't say I can't.
What are you?
I can't claim that.
You're 5'8", right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's actually a pretty perfect bodybuilding height, though.
Yep.
Do you train at Julian's gym sometimes?
Yeah, I go there every weekend. I'm there, and I'll as I get closer to the show, I'll probably start heading out there more.
Yeah, I gotta go down there sometimes. He always tells me to go. I just haven't made a trip.
Where's his gym at?
It's actually it's in Aloha, like right off 185th.
Gotcha.
It's like 1,300 steps from my house. For
I
real.
didn't even know you had a gym.
Oh, you live in Aloha?
Yeah, yeah.
No. Oh yeah. You're gonna do USA soon, David?
I'm actually thinking of doing Masters Nationals since I just turned old enough to do it.
How old are you now?
37.
Nice. Dude, I turned 39 today, actually.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
bro.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I totally forgot about that.
I know, yeah. Because I'm gonna do USA's next year, and I'm like, shit, dude, I'm gonna be fucking 40 next year by the time I do that.
Right.
But yeah, I'll have to jump in that over 40 class, you know.
We're
So
all
you're
getting
gonna-
old.
Yeah, I know, right? You're gonna do the over 35 at the Masters Nationals. Is that your plan?
That's kind of the plan. Yeah, I'm either going to do that or I might even wait, hold off, and do Nationals, and just wait till November. Kind of depends on what my wife decides I can do.
Yeah,
Whether she
that's
wants to
true.
put up with me.
How old are
Remember
how old are
when
the
I saw you I saw you at Moda Center like 6 months ago. That was funny.
Yeah, we were going
I was
there for like a ice thing for my daughter, the
Disney on Ice. Yeah,
Disney on Ice. Yeah,
I know. I was sitting there working security, and I was like, who the fuck is this big ass motherfucker? And then I see you. I'm like, oh shit! If I can run over there and give you a hug and shit.
yeah.
It's like you don't see. You're just different when you're the size of a bodybuilder in public. It just looks different, you know.
Oh yeah. I was out. I got a refeed yesterday, so we went out and got some froyo, and I made the mistake of wearing a tank top, and I can't believe that just all the looks I get, especially since I'm so lean right now comparatively to normal people.
Oh god, yeah. The tension is
Plus, I get really vascular when I'm lean, so it's even worse.
yeah. You got that dense older muscle, man. That shit gets saturated, man.
Let's call it seasoned muscle, not old.
Yeah, there we go. That's you know what I meant. Fucking veiny and just dense.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yes,
so
sir.
this is you at what 265?
260 even, like 260.4.
That's pretty damn good for
That's a
260,
good
man.
look.
Holy shit.
Dude,
Thanks,
stupid. He looks in person looks even leaner.
Yeah,
That gym's got some good lighting though.
Yeah.
Like the hair and the beard too.
I
That's what
know,
I say too.
dude. You posted a random picture of like you without your beard, like it was like a throwback
fuck.
picture, and I was like, dude, you look so different. Holy shit.
Yeah, I got a high
So
leg
young.
and
Yeah, and so you're getting ready to do the Northwest, right?
yeah, that's the plan.
Good,
I'm
good.
gonna do the Sasquatch too, or I'm not gonna do Northwest. I'm gonna do the Sasquatch in September. That's the goal.
Oh, okay. So even
Yeah.
closer.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
that one.
I mean, I'll probably do a couple, but I'll just have to see how the first one goes, and then, I would like to do several because once I'm in shape, I can hold it pretty good. So,
Yeah, the
what's that?
legs have really come up a lot.
Oh, man, thanks. Yeah, that fucking obsessed over them. But it's just like just sticking to like what's that, the belt squat. That's been huge. Belt squat, and then just a hack. Those two. They're super simple, but worked really well.
Yeah. How often you put your legs up like a couple times a week?
Yeah, I have like a quad day, quad dominant day, and then I have hamstring dominant day. I'll do a little touch up on both, quads and hamstrings, but just every 5 days, a leg day. So
Was this your last time you dieted down?
yeah, that was early this year. And that was just on 500 milligrams total, but 10 units of GH.
There's an asterisk there.
Yeah. I know.
Just 500 bigs. Plus 10 IU.
I will not lower GH ever. And that was
Dude,
like
it's so
240-ish or something. I think 245 something.
damn. What did you compete at?
And last time I competed, I should have been a lot heavier, obviously, but overdieted for it. I got down to 211. I was in shape.
There's the picture.
I was in shape at like 230 though, and then we had to make classic weight cap at 217. And then my metabolism, like we got down to like hovering around the 220 mark. And then like the last 2 weeks, my metabolism just like fucking went wild and couldn't hold any weight, just kept burning through everything and ended up like 211 on stage.
Holy shit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It looks like you could,
sucked.
I mean, the way you look now, it looks like you could compete at fuck 235, 240, if not a couple pounds heavier.
Yeah, I was thinking probably 235, 240, but like, I just wanted to go to the look.
Chris is one of those guys who has fucking glute striations in the off season. Like,
It's
Yeah.
really deceiving.
Brandon and I were just talking about a guy like that. Well, actually, Brandon Lyons, you would remember him. He did the Northwest back in like 2013. He was a power lifter from up in the Washington area.
Joe DeRosti?
No, he was a
13.
younger kid. He did the animal cage.
huh. I'm trying to think who you're thinking of.
He did. I'm sorry, it wasn't the Northwest. He did the Eagle.
And he did, okay. Gosh, I wish I could.
And he did.
Probably know
I think
who you're
Roger
talking
Baker was his coach.
That would make sense.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name.
But he's one
that
of
guy
those
was,
guys that just like he was out of shape on stage, but he had like the craziest glutes I'd ever seen.
he's like fat in his upper body with glute section.
Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. That's what he looked like. I wish I could remember what his name was.
We
Yeah.
kind of
What
talked
difference-
about like why that might be too. I think it's just like if somebody has like a crazy developed muscle, like from powerlifting, like glutes, it's just
Yeah.
gonna show. It's gonna show like on a physique. Like if someone's shoulders are crazy developed, they're gonna be more stride. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
Exactly.
that development's gonna show on stage, even if it's everything else isn't there.
A transition from power lifters when they get into bodybuilding is always it's like they get like a big head. It's like the head start. Like, dude, they just have this giant, this dope ass foundation. The muscles dense as fuck, and they're vascular, dude. I mean, you like they usually got like kind of a thickened waist issue, but like they have so many other great qualities that come from that. So it's kind of fun to watch those guys transition from the.
They immediately just got to start training arms.
Right.
Immediately.
yeah, that's totally.
So Brandon, you did powerlifting for a while, right?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I would use that term loosely. Yeah, I did like 3 meets. It's kind of like, it was while I was, I'd gotten into a whole different trade and got into construction, and just the demand physically that put on my body. I could not like pull anything together for bodybuilding, and I was like, I kind of need something and a purpose. Like I'm just like not those guys that can like. I don't know how people do it, like normal, like everyday people that can go to the gym 5 days a week that don't compete. Like I'm like, for me, like I just have to have a reason. And I kind of found that powerlifting was something that I could do, and I could train 3 days a week for it. If I wanted to do a little more, I could do a little more, I would do it. But it was more like something to occupy my time. But I enjoyed it. But dude, it's fucking hard on the body, man. Like I have a lot of, I'm 40, but I got a lot of miles on my body, dude. I started training, real hard for bodybuilding at 18 years old. So like I beat my body down a lot, so it didn't help.
That's hilarious. You got some bodybuilding pics deep into in this IG somewhere?
Dude. Yeah, way down there. if you keep scrolling, it's been a long time, dude.
Dude, I remember walking into I think it was the one on the coast. What do they call that now?
The Oregon
Pac
Ironman.
Coast, yeah, but it's the Oregon Ironman. I remember what was it, like 2013? What year was that? Brandon, you just like snuck in and won it.
2010.
Yeah, I remember walking and it's just seeing you on weigh-ins, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was the first overall. That was I trained
Well,
really
you came in healed.
Yeah, that was the first year I ever worked with Blue. And
what year was this, bro?
what was that, 2008 Emerald Cup? I think that was when Stan beat me. I was 23 years old there.
Holy shit, that's a crazy physique for 23, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's nuts.
That's wild.
Yeah, I did the Emerald Cup like 4 years in a row. I won the juniors, and then I did it 3 years in a row after that. 21, 22, 23, and I got 5th, 4th, and 2nd. I've never won the show.
No.
Fuck.
And then
So,
like,
yeah.
by the time I could have won the show, I was already. Oh, you had all the way to the top, huh? Oh yeah, if you go down, it's pretty down, like pretty close.
Okay, here we go. This is a good one. So yeah, dude, check this lineup out. When Brandon did USA's, you got fucking Nick Trigili. You got who's the guy to his left? Gosh, I can't think of his name.
Max Charles,
Max Charles.
Yeah.
Stephen Frazier, Dan Decker, Akeem was in there too, I think, and on the very end on the left.
Yeah, Akeem's on the far left. That was a crazy class, dude.
Yeah.
Akeem's on the far left.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
it's fucking mind blowing to me when I look back at like some of the dudes I stood on stage with. I'm like, God damn, dude, like they were. Well, that was
those were the fucking competitive years.
That had that was when Max won it, and that had Blair Moan and who was the other one? Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, they had some.
Oh, this side.
Dusty
Here we go.
Dusty.
Here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I was coming up, like when I first got into bodybuilding, like Brandon was at its peak. It was like Brandon and Joe DeRuzzi and like Roger Baker, Stan. I remember just looking at this guy being like, "Holy fuck, dude! Like that's bodybuilding right there."
Yeah, that's
Fucking
gnarly.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
fucking sick.
So I don't know if you guys know, but Brandon is planning to come back, correct?
That's the goal. I want to do
Working on it.
something next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, dude, I got so fat, dude. I was went through some tough mental stuff and was drinking real heavily, and just went down just a real dark path, and I kind of got my shit together a few months ago.
Are you cool with talking about what happened with like the going away for a while and shit?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm all good with that.
I think it would be phenomenal. So yeah, go ahead. I'll just let you talk. I don't know how you want to.
Yeah, dude. So like I kind of went down a little dark path. Okay, we'll just go. I'll try to keep it brief, just because we got a lot of guys here. But 2013, I got arrested for distribution of anabolic steroids. I got wrapped up into a federal case, and within the pretrial, the 18-month sentence and the 3 years of probation, like all in that time, I couldn't really obviously compete. They were testing me for steroids, and it just kind of shut my whole career down, dude. I didn't quite make it, but where I was at, so it kind of shut the whole thing down. And I was like, well, when it's all done, I'll come back. But after that much time off, I was just I just went down a real dark hole, man. I was really sad. Focused on a new career in construction, and I did a lot of drinking, a lot of drugging, and I lost it all. And I'm sober now, so I'm just trying to put the pieces back together. And I've been training real hard and real consistent for the last, I don't know, 5 months or so, and my body's moving in the right direction. And I definitely, that's my end goal is to make it back to the stage. I'm kind of loosely using Emerald Cup as my finish line right now. Right now I'm just trying to kind of get myself to a respectable starting point for a prep, and just kind of evaluate as I go along. And if I need more time, I don't have to do the Emerald Cup. I can always push it out a little later, and we'll see how it goes, man. I will say, man, I'm really grateful to have kind of got back into this thing, because it makes me realize like how easy it is to stay away from all those things that the drinking and partying and shit like that, when I'm really focused and I'm really in love with my sport. And there was a long time there where I couldn't use that outlet. So I'm really grateful to have it back. And I'm kind of I've really kind of fell in love with the process. Like I'm really like starting from way behind now. So it's been fun.
Hell yeah, man. I remember when all that shit went down, I was devastated for you.
Yeah.
Because I know how hard it is to fucking have to dig yourself out of a hole like that. And I mean, you've done it, man. You're on the right track. I'm fucking super proud of you as a friend, and you know, it's all uphill from here. And I know you're gonna get on that stage, and you know, I know 40 sounds old sometimes, dude, but shit, man. I mean, look at Tim's 49, bro, and I saw him today, and I was like, dude, fuck, I think you look better than ever. Like,
He's fucking awesome. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
for me, dude, if I could go and like win my class, dude, in a master's class, honestly, I'd be stoked. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Like I'm not close. I don't know how it's gonna look, dude. I don't know if I'll ever be as good as I once was. Maybe I'll be better. I don't know. Like we'll just kind of play it by ear, but I'm definitely loving it right now. So
yeah. That picture on the right's hanging up in O'Malley's. It's one of my favorite pics. That was from USA's, huh?
oh, let me pull it back out. Oh, yep.
What do you? Your legs are fucking real. Is it probably your best body part? You think is your quads?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
like, naturally for me. Like Blue, when I used to work with Blue, like, dude, like my leg days were so like I would do like 8 sets for my legs because we'd want to put that volume into other parts of my training.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like we would just skip quads and I would just train hams and like I wouldn't even do quads for months and it just never went away.
Jesus
that's
Christ.
not a bad problem to have.
Yeah, dude. I think I got my legs from my mom, dude. She's got a big old thunder.
That's awesome.
I wish it was
dude.
like that. He's got me
Passed it on.
doing 2 leg days.
Blue's got you doing 2. Yeah. So he did that with my back. So he chose to take some of that, energy and food and drugs and let me focus on my, utilizing it for my back. So it's kind of the same, but
Yeah.
it helps. I mean, the legs demand a lot. So if you are like fortunate enough to be able to not have to just absolutely demolish your legs, it can really help other parts of your body grow.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, cool. I got some questions. That was a nice little brief. Oh shit, yeah. While we're here, what did you guys think of the Toronto here between Sauce and Regan?
Well
Sauce deserved
deserved.
it.
Yeah, I think he was
deserved.
sharp as hell last time too. At what was that, Cali?
Yeah.
Dude, he looked fucking sharp. And then I get it, Regan squeezed by, but yeah, I saw him, dude. He's been showing up.
Yeah, he deserved it, bro. Like by far, definitely. Like, and he's getting his external rotation back, so his back doubles, coming back. I like
the lighting with the backdrop. It's like it's terrible though.
I
Like
know, dude.
I was watching the stream in our Discord, and dude, it was like everyone was the same exact color as the backdrop, and then like you'd have like the darker guys like look more in shape, even though like they like some like it was just everyone who had like a light skin tone looked like the same condition in the live stream. It was just it was bizarre.
What, like washed out, kind of?
That was super washed out there.
Yeah, super washed out. I mean, everyone's like the same color as that backdrop there. Just
haven't competitors been complaining about these backgrounds for years now?
I mean, I think so.
Hey, they said they were going to change it. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the one show where they actually did it, the Detroit, and the guys look phenomenal.
Dude, that was the best show last year.
Yeah.
So I saw that quote from Dan Solomon, but I thought he was actually trolling. Was he serious about that?
I think
seemed
he's
like
serious.
he was.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
do
give the
something.
people what they want, I guess, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's like this Toronto show. Like, how fucking stupid are we? Let's like make a backdrop that's like the same color as a fucking tan. So it makes the guys look as worse as possible. Like,
and the red with the yellow just looks terrible.
I know.
That Emerald Cup green always drove me crazy too. Like when they started doing that, I don't know if they still do that anymore. I haven't watched it. I haven't been to the show in a while, but
it's still green as fuck, dude. But like I said, luckily, like when we were looking at Brandon's pictures, they had that professional photographer, so they were able to get some really good pics. But like the year I did it last, like I don't even have very good pictures because everything is fucking blurred out from the backdrop.
I did it.
Yeah, I like you can't even really see my leg lines or anything. Like it's. But it was, I think they improved the lighting a little bit this year because I could see it in person. Guys were popping a little better, but it's still not ideal. I kind of went back and forth with Ivan about that, and he pretty much said like he ain't changing shit. You know how these promoters get, man. You know, it's just like I like Ivan. You know, I don't want to talk bad about him, but you know, everyone tells them how great they're doing. You know, nobody. You know how it is. Like you put on a show like that, and all you hear is all the athletes coming. Oh my god, it was so great. Everything's so great. You know, thank you so much. But you don't get a lot of the people honest. You know, maybe besides me and a couple other people, but
That was the one with the message. It's like, we heard you. I was busy, blah, 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 or whatever.
yeah, he got a little bit hurt on that one. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
dude,
lie.
his ass was sore.
I don't want to talk too much shit in case he hears there's something on the show next year. But no, I don't think he would do that though. I mean, he doesn't even judge his own shows. But
Got to take a little criticism, dude. That's how you improve, and that's how you give. I mean, that's how you give your competitors and the audience what they want, man. Just gotta be willing to. I mean, can't take everybody's request, otherwise, nothing would ever get done. But I mean, at least hear people out.
Yeah. So I got a few questions for us to work through here that I thought of throughout the week, and a couple people gave me some ideas, but we'll go ahead and roll through those real quick. What do you guys think? Actually, I know me and Big Ferg went back and forth on this a little bit, but Nick versus Derek, how did you guys? I know it's kind of been the show of the talk of the show this year, and a very close call, very controversial call. We'll just go one by one. Who did you have winning and why between at the Pittsburgh? I don't care. Somebody start. How about?
I'll go first. I will preface this by saying I'm not a fan of Nick's physique. I'm a fan of Nick personally, but not his physique. But I had Nick winning.
Yeah.
I think Derek looks soft from the front. There's something going on with his arms that I don't like. But conditioning wise from the back, Derek is insane. He's got one of the best, one of my favorite back double biceps. But that being said, Nick was hanging with him in those poses, if not beating him. And he is way better from the front, conditioning wise. And when he closes his arms, there's separation. Like when Derek does his front double bicep, it's just a big blob. I'm not a fan of that.
It's been getting worse too.
Yeah. So there's something going on with his arm. He's doing something with them. He needs to either stop or change it up, because it's just not. I think it could lose him the Olympia.
Yeah. Those are good points.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and second that. Exactly what David said. I mean, that's pretty much my take on it. Like I'm also like, I don't think he has a real pretty physique, but the dude's a fucking mutant, and he's just getting better and freakier and freakier. And I don't know how they denied him on that particular show. I didn't agree with that decision, but
yeah, I definitely think Nick like out bodybuilded. Derek.
Yeah,
like
that's a good way to put it.
If you just like check all the markers, I think across the board he was, and then at that point, if you lose it to aesthetics, that's I don't know. I don't know. I don't love that.
It's like the areas that he was short on, he was like he closed the gap enough to where like the other areas that he absolutely blew Derek out of the water. I felt like it was just, to me, it was such an obvious win.
And like what I'll say too is, like, if you're going against the champ and you're beating him in his lights out poses, like come on.
Exactly.
Like
Derek's back double bicep is supposed to be one of the best in the game, and Nick beat him.
Dude, he put that horse leg back there, and you just see that abductor hang, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Well, and not even just that, but his actual back itself. Like Derek's back is really good, but Nick's back
waist is tight from the back too.
Yeah, it looks really good from the back.
I think I would have been less disappointed if the same Derek that showed up to Pittsburgh to
the Arnold
at the Arnold,
if
he would have showed up and got the win against Nick looking like that, I'd have been a little bit more okay with it.
I think the only good thing that happened out of Nick losing was it pissed him off, and he's coming in even better, because I think a pissed off Nick is a good Nick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think him and Kyle is a good combo too. Nowadays with Kyle, they had a lot of history together, so I think they're going to keep nailing it. I had Nick winning too.
Dude, I'll be honest. I was not thinking Nick and Kyle would bring it together.
Not for the first show.
Dude, yeah, I did. I was like, just looking at him like 4 weeks out. I was like, this is not what Nick looks like 4 weeks out. The Nick that we normally see, but like different way of doing things, you still get the same result. Fucking badass, crazy physique. So
I wish I could pull up a comparison. I just don't know where to look.
I mean, bodybuilders without borders.
Yeah, it's probably
it's
way
probably
down
better.
there now.
Yeah, it's probably way down there.
I'm gonna be the only one to disagree, and everything you guys said was on point as far as like Derek was definitely not his best. Definitely not. I'm such a shape guy, and I fucking don't like Nick's legs at all, like especially from the front. And I think if you really break down pose per pose, I think Derek beats him on the majority of the poses. And like when you guys are talking the back double bicep, it's like I think if you really look at the back, Derek wins from the glutes up, Nick wins from the hamstrings down. And it's like, in my opinion, I mean, it's all a matter of opinion. They both have sick ass back doubles, but I think Derek's back's a little denser if you look, and he's got him on the glutes, but Nick has the hamstrings obviously, but it's like that's only a small part of that pose.
Also, back double though. What about those arms?
Yeah.
Arms and shoulders. You know, that's a part of it.
That is true. That's a very good point. It's a very good point.
This is why the scorecards showed them tied.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it was such a close call, and it's literally a flip of the coin at that point.
Yeah.
But it's a little weird on the scorecards because they had Nick winning prejudging and then Derek and them tied at finals. I thought it'd be the other way around because Derek kind of got softer and Nick got harder at finals.
Yeah, that was weird too.
That threw me off.
And then people were talking about it like that made sense, and I was like on like other podcasts and shit, and I was like, that's not the way I saw it at all. Like, yeah.
And then also like a lot of people are like, oh, I had Nick winning the ab and thigh. I'm like, what are you looking at? Like, bro, like, yeah, Nick's abs are fucking okay, but like Derek's got a crazy V taper. Like he has quad sweep. He pulls a crazy vacuum. Nick's looks like an eye. There's like no X frame there because he doesn't have quad sweep, and his obliques stick out a little bit. I'm just like, I don't know. Some of the shit people were saying, I was like, oh, hold on a little bit. Like, oh, here we go. Oh shit, that's not great, but I'm getting to him. Fuck, if I go back, is it gonna go all the way back to the beginning?
Probably.
So okay, well, let's just look at this. Like, okay, front double. I'm sorry, I had a
terrible pose for him, but he has made that pose way better.
He has, but I'm sorry, I just still have Derek just based on the waist. You know, the quad to quad, it's like a giant X, you know, and to where Nick is like a fucking H, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Nick's arms are fucking crazy. I get that. Derek's arms are a little soft, definitely not very peaky. But like when you're judging the front double, you're not judging the arms. You're just judging how good does this guy look as he sets his body in this pose from head to toe. And I just think the structure is just too much for him. But it's close. Like I said, it's just close. And like I said, it could have gone either way, and I would have been completely happy or fine with it. So like that, when I look at that, I'm just like, just the X frame, the quads.
Can you throw up a back double? Can you find that one?
Yeah. And then like look at Derek's lats, like they pop out more. But anyways, we'll go to the next one. Front lat, Nick's just neither of them are very good in the front lat. Let's just be honest.
I hate that pose.
But once again, like Nick's, I mean, this is a bad shot for Nick. He's exhaling, but like Nick.
So is Derek.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think Derek still edges him out in that pose just based on X frame, and he's popping his lats out a little better. This one was really close.
That's a close
I gave
shot.
That one to Nick. Yeah.
I think that's on the side shot, so they're neck and neck on the side shot. But look at fucking William Bonac in that shot.
I know, right? He's such a freak, bro. This could have gone either way, but I was like, okay, I'm cool with giving Nick that. He's just a little harder. Derek's got a little bit more lines in the leg, but Nick's got more of a hammy drop. That was one of the really, really close ones. side tricep, I had Derek all fucking day. I don't know
Yeah,
how
Derek
people.
wins that one easy.
There was so many people that were like, "Oh, Nick easily." Like, what?
That just it
What are
just
you
shows
talking
Nick's
about?
weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hits it-
like his
Nick
waist
doesn't
was
hit
the
it
shape,
right for me. I don't know. He's like way too facing the front.
and he's
Yeah.
sticking his belly out. Like Derek, his chest is way over the top of his abs, but like Nick's abs are lined up with his chest, which just doesn't look good, you know. Back double. So like, yeah, this is so fucking close, man. It's like, you know, apples and oranges. Nick's definitely harder in the back, upper back.
Not
But
one
I think,
gap either.
yeah, but look at the lower lats though. Look how much denser Derek's low lats are. You know what I mean? Nick's lats almost drop off like at the end to where Derek's like go all the way into like his three. I mean, we're nitpicking here.
But Derek
Yeah,
is
that's a
standing up a
insertion
little
point.
straighter too, though.
Yeah, I think you guys are right. Definitely arms. I think everything besides the back and glutes, Nick wins here. And you can make an argument from Nick winning the back for sure. I don't have a problem with that at all. He's just so powerful in that pose. What the fuck happened to Martin at that show? He was off big time, wasn't he?
Super off. I just
Yeah,
need
he
to point
could-
out that William Bonak's lat is touching his glute.
Yeah, dude, it's just retarded.
No, right? It is, dude. What are we talking about right now? And then this one
I
was
think people
close
are
too.
sleeping on Bonak.
I know. This one's close too, but I mean, it's
See,
tough because
for me, that one goes to Derek.
yeah. So Nick, like I said, lower body, he's got him. It was and Nick's quads look crazy from behind. They don't have much sweep from the front, but Derek's just a little wider, a little denser in the back. But yeah, like you said, David, it's like that's why it was so close. As we sit here and go through these poses, like it's back and forth, you know, one versus one. I wish Derek would fucking hit the goddamn normal shot, but when Derek does hit the shot, he has much more of a V taper. It's just Nick does have a pretty good set of abs, but it's just the quads that throw me off. Nick's
really, Derek's quads aren't that great either.
no, they're not.
Super sleepy.
The best they looked was
They're
at
really
the
not,
Arnold
no.
because they were like full blown.
Yeah.
I think he has a slightly better sweep, but
Oh,
not.
no, the sweeps are definitely better on Derek. But it's like you look at someone like Martin, he's got
Great,
genetically just great sweeps, and even Bonak has good sweeps. So it's not for a lack of size. It's just the genetic of them. They don't have crazy sweep.
Mm-hmm. And then the most muscular. I know Nick's not all the way in the pose here, but it does.
Look at Derek's shoulders and his chest. There's like nothing going on there.
I know. I let you took the words out of my mouth. It just bothers me that there's not fucking like lines and veins and striations there. You know, like look at fucking Martin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then look at Derek. It's like, what the hell? I wonder what that's from. You think it's just from growing fast and not saturating that muscle dense? You know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably. I don't know. It's just
You could speculate like I mean that's the thing. I don't know if there's anything to like super hard like the way that people are training or what, but like I think like I genuinely do think that that people who like really do like I don't know more high intensity style, like really good, train heavy as fuck. You get like Brandon mentioned earlier, like they have like a density and a graininess to them that like, you know, people who train with really high volume don't necessarily get. And I don't know how Derek trains. I don't know if he's super high volume or not. I know Hani seems to be pretty high volume, so that was who he was with for a while. But I don't know, maybe there's something to do with just like, you know, heavy weight there. I don't know.
Great point. That's a great point. Look at Bonak there. That is not a good flattering look for Bonak.
no. Well, he's not even crunched down on his abs or anything. It's just he's kind of like not even in the pose yet.
Yeah. I think you're right. I'll go ahead and put my 2 cents on that, and the rest of you guys can talk too. But like what you said, Brandon, like I think guys that use a lot of machines tend to get that Derek look. You know, they're not like, for example, like David's similar to me. Like when we get lean, like we get real hard and and striated and fucking vascular. And it's because like we've always done fucking free weights for like chest and shoulders. Like it's always, you know, dumbbells or barbells, bro. And it's like over years you develop just a density that is different than fucking, oh, I'm gonna go get on this machine that's perfectly lined up for me, and I'm, you know, gonna do my reps. And I think a lot of it's that too. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I kind of have like a little bit of a one thing I've noticed just in like it's more like in the modern day, like you see a lot of dudes that have the size, but it doesn't. It's I don't know. I when I'm talking about it, I call it like a drugged look. Like it's like there's a lot of drugs, but there's not a lot of. I mean, I shouldn't use it like that because the dude's obviously got a lot of muscle, but it doesn't. The muscle density and the muscle maturity doesn't match with the size, and I think that that's kind of a difference in like today's top guys. And I'm generalizing. There's obviously one-offs there, but like as a whole, I think that that's the difference between some of the old school, the guys in the 90s and the early 2000s compared to some of the guys now, is that a lot like you can tell that they took a lot of drugs and got their size quickly.
Yeah, it's like an earned muscle versus like a rush.
And dude, I'm not trying to like, and I don't like to shit on people. I'm not like saying that it's not earned or deserved, but you know, it is a different look, and that's kind of. Then I just call it like a drug look, you know, rather than like a long term.
People who like you see progress like really well are those dudes who kind of or kind of right in the middle of like that clang and bang versus like I need to also make sure I'm choosing exercises that really fit me biomechanically. And there's like a medium ground, and like the obviously underlying thing there that has to be there is like effort at that point.
Well, also remember when he won the Olympia, they were saying that he was soft in the chest and shoulders, especially going up against Hottie.
Yeah.
So I think also it's like new tissue, and also like you're saying, not training as hard, because like look at Hottie, dude. That dude's a fucking freak, and he is just grainy as shit.
Exactly. Yeah, big Hottie fan, definitely. I'm hoping he pulls it off this year.
Dude, yeah.
Are they gonna let him? Is that true that they're with Trump's whole deal about not letting Iranians?
But if they're athletes, they get an exception.
So it depends if the government's going to consider the Olympia an athletic event.
True.
Yeah.
I think that doesn't hinder
with his visa history. I could see it not being too much of an issue if they consider it an athletic event,
because they've had travel bans before and they've gotten them in.
Exactly. That was my whole thing too. They've had ones in the past that he had to work through and get a visa, so I think he's fine. But guys like Beirut,
a couple of years where he wasn't able to make it because of that, or
there was his first couple Olympias. Yeah, he missed.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I hope that's not a thing, because that he definitely deserves to be there.
And then this guy, I don't think Beirut will ever make it, because
Beirut. Yeah.
What I found out was he was actually part of the Iranian military at one point.
Oh, great.
So I think that's why they're not gonna let him in. But he would be like, gosh, probably. Oh, there he is.
Well, I want to see him, and I want to see Nathan in the Olympia, dude. But Nathan can never come back here.
I know. Right?
He's too much of a goon.
Beirut is crazy, bro. Oh, like he's got a crazy back, and he's like 5'11" too. He's a little taller, you know. Fucking crazy glutes too.
Yeah, I really like Beirut's physique. He's fucking got a nutty ass.
I think he would be right in that. I think he'd be right in that top, top 6, top 7 if he could make it over here.
He looks way bigger next to people too. Like
he does.
He's pretty aesthetic, like his check-ins and stuff. And then when he gets on stage, like it matches up in size pretty well.
And he's always peeled.
Yeah,
always shredded. Always. So what did you guys think of Ryan? What did you guys think of Ryan's debut?
Dude, he killed it.
I thought he looked great.
Yeah, he looked fucking awesome, dude. And
he held his own for sure.
He held his own, and I thought he could have been as high as 3rd, or if they really, really, really would have gave him a look.
Dude, you know what's cool about Ryan? Competitors his debut, dude.
I know. what's really cool about Ryan, and I know Brandon worked with Ryan a lot, like early in his career, and it's like, Ryan never had like a super aesthetic look, but man, he's really worked on his physique and his posing and his waist control, and like he's become like an aesthetic mass monster, like a mass with aesthetics. He's really hitting that card correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's just scratching the surface. There's going to be some really good things to come. That dude, any fucking
Like that. That's a stupid pose.
He lives his life for this shit too. So he's just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, he's a really fucking nice dude. Really humble. Really fucking cool.
I love Brian.
Yeah, he's just.
I'm gonna go on record though and say he should have kept the fucking beard.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
posted that first picture. I was like, "Who's this guy?" When I was looking at my stories,
he does look.
Yeah, he cut it off, and I'm like, "Who's this baby face?"
It did look
It's
a little
crazy
different.
to see. It's really cool that him and Tuttle like nailed it first show too. Like that's such a crazy.
Yeah.
Look.
Speaking of that, dude, he was on like minimal drugs too. Like I don't know if you guys heard about this, but he was literally on, I think, test.
was that because of the hiccups or whatever? Because I remember he had some with hiccups.
Exactly, because he's had that response to heavy, or not heavy, but just like whenever he would add Trenin or his doses would get a little higher, he would just have crazy hiccups, and he's had to back out of 2 pro shows because of it. So when he started working with Tuttle was like, all right, we're going to start from fucking ground zero, and we're just going to slowly add things in. And if you respond well, we'll just keep going and just take it really slow. And so he was telling me the other day that the only thing he took was Test, Primo, and Anavar, like the whole cycle.
Wow.
And he only took like 25 mgs of Anavar for like the last like 4 weeks.
Dude, I know,
so basically,
I know women competitors that take more shit than that.
Right. And like Ryan has taken a lot more than that, but like it was cool to see like, oh shit, like you can show up with like a really clean look, a really good look if you have the density on minimal, very minimal. So that just goes to show how good he can be, get him on an actual cycle. You know what I mean?
Muscle looks really fresh.
Yeah.
Go on it.
How old is he?
That brings me to how do you think? I always like to talk about this because it's fun. So you got Stu at 100% and Ryan at 100% and Justin Shire at 100%. How do you guys think that's gonna? How would that place out for you guys?
That's 3 totally different physiques too.
Yeah,
I know.
completely.
I know.
I'm a huge fan of Shire's physique.
Oh yeah.
I love his front shots, front double bicep. In my opinion, he has one of the coolest looking front doubles.
It's because his arms are like the size of Nick's, dude.
Yeah,
I know.
And that taper too.
God damn! Look at that, most muscular. That's fucking crazy.
I'm excited to see what he does this year too.
Like, long ways in a short time. That guy's fucking.
I know.
I can't believe how different that guy looks. I stepped away. I've been out of the game for a while. And I came back and he's like turned pro. And dude, look at this guy. Like, good God, good for him.
Yeah, he won his first pro show too, the Chicago Pro, a couple of years ago, and went to the fucking Olympia.
Good for him, dude. That's so cool.
Dude, it was like he won nationals, then he won fucking Chicago Pro, and then he went to the Olympia. Yeah, it was nuts.
Oh, here we go. So this is the leaned out front double. Look at that, dude. That's fucking
absolutely insane.
Very
Dennis Wolf reminiscent.
Right? So yeah, I think him and Ryan are really close. I think maybe it's tough to say because Shire won his first show and Ryan, got 6th or whatever. So it's like you almost have to give it to Shire.
Yeah, if you
with all due respect, with all due respect to Stu, I don't think he could beat either of these guys. Stu,
I'll counter that. I think Stu could for sure stand next to Justin Shire. Just in terms of like they're completely different physiques, but dude, like.
Dude, nothing
to density. He's so fucking
dude. He's
dense.
so dense and so hard, dude.
So gnarly.
He's really good. He's so good from the side. Like he's so dense.
Well, and his ab thigh is crazy. It's like weird when he sucks that when he like crunches down, his like obliques pop in.
Yeah,
so it's like his weight gets smaller.
He looks like one of those fucking sand fucking dials that you would turn or whatever. Though.
Yeah.
So him and
carries a lot of thick mass on. I mean, that's a crazy front double bicep. Well, I mean, it's just he's got a good front double too. I'm more of a I like the aesthetic look, so that's why I'm more of a Shire fan.
I
but
mean, if you look at
Stu
the
is-
like quads, like Stu's
Yeah.
quads are just
his teardrops look like they attach at his hip.
Well, same with
He
his
was
outer
definitely
sweep,
bigger.
dude. It goes all the way up.
Yeah,
And, you know, and like Shire, his legs kind of got smaller when he prepped, and then also his back kind of went away at Chicago. You know, I'm not saying Stu has the best back, but Stu has a fucking gnarly back, and just look how hard and grainy. I was just like
and
that.
yeah, the condition compared to the condition I've seen Justin Shire in and the condition I've seen Stu in, like
Yeah.
I'd give it to Stu on condition
Yeah.
and density there for sure.
Well, we're gonna get to see it. They're both doing Tampa here in about 9 weeks, I think.
Oh, they're
Oh, that's
both
gonna be
doing that?
good.
that'll be a good
Yeah,
one.
that's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. This is a Stu's worst pose is the back double. He's just got weird muscle anatomy in his back.
It's
like-
what kind of ways his lats attach really weird.
Yeah, it's like he
they're
has
low,
weird-
but
he
they
has,
also
like-
attach like really far in.
And then he has like those weird lines like through his lats. It's just like not normal, like on a human, like how like you look at his lower back and there's like a line. Almost looks like he has abs in his lower back. But this is his worst pose, but it's still a pretty decent. His back his back lat spread is sick as fuck. But the back double is probably his worst pose. But like you said, ab and thigh is fucking crazy. Dude, his crab most muscular. You guys know it's hard to look big in a crab,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this motherfucker looks huge in a crab. Yeah, that's exciting, man. I mean, I know he's in Texas now, but the fact that we have 3 fucking good pros from the Northwest.
Yeah,
And,
I think Stu arguably is probably, if not the best bodybuilder that's came out of Oregon.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
Aaron Madron from back in the day, he was.
Oh yeah, that's
but-
right. I forgot about Aaron Madron, dude.
Ah, damn,
Fuck.
dude, but Stu's he's a freak too. But Aaron was a fucking freak of nature.
You think Stu could beat Ryan right now?
Yeah, I mean, I Brian Foster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude just
I
looks
think,
more
I think
muscular.
Ryan's, and dude, like you said, with all due respect, I mean, Ryan's my dog and I love him, but
Oh yeah.
like,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
not like this, just being honest, I think that Stu's he's a little bit ahead. I think Ryan's got a little bit of work to do, but I don't think that it couldn't easily turn the other way, with,
Yeah.
I mean,
Ryan's a taller dude too, isn't he?
yeah,
Yes.
He's 5'9". Honestly, Stu's like 5'8", and Ryan's like 5'9". They're pretty
Yeah.
close, but Ryan does
I
have like an
think
inch
Ryan-
and a half.
Yeah, I think Ryan's got a little more to fill out compared to Stu. Stu's got quite a bit of muscle on his frame.
Yeah.
Aesthetically though, like I think if Ryan, I mean, like it's not like if he puts just a little bit more to it, I mean he'll be right there, dude. It's not like a big
And
a big
this
gap.
all could change in one off season next
That's
year.
it,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
Yeah,
That's it, dude.
Oh yeah.
One injury or one just like really successful like hard grinding cycle. I mean, dude, that could totally go the other direction. So
Exactly, dude. You're 100% right. It's crazy. They're all 3 so close. Like, I mean,
dude, mad respect and mad love for all of them. Dude, they're all really great.
I know.
Incredible.
Like you said, it would probably matter how they peaked and what
Yeah.
judges were there, and what are they going to go after more size or aesthetics? I will say Justin got peeled as all fuck when he got his pro card at nationals.
Oh yeah.
I know he
Jordan
wasn't.
won the heavies.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, right. This is when he won national. That's not a great picture, but you're right. He wasn't like in super peeled shape when he won Chicago.
Yeah.
He's,
Won the Olympia.
he's got a real pretty physique. That dude is.
Yeah, hopefully they all 3 compete against each other someday. I'm sure they will. But okay, I got a couple more questions here. Let's see. Here's an easy one that we could just go off the cuff. Who is your pick to win the Mr. Olympia this year?
Samson.
Nice.
I like Samson, but dude, hottie, dude. I'm just a hottie fan.
Me too. I was gonna
I
say
know.
Audi. Yeah.
He just shows up every year.
I know, bro.
I just
I'm a
like
big fan of Samson.
the complete package Hottie brings. He's just
Yeah.
enough aesthetic. He's
If I
razor
could
sharp.
show up
He's got
hard
so
and
much
peeled like that,
muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Who had Samson?
I did.
Yep.
I think I'm just a fan of the taller, big guy. Because he's huge and he's got that aesthetic look. He's got that crazy silhouette. I mean, when he stands next to the other guys, as far as stature goes, I mean, he's huge. A lot of these other smaller guys they're just as wide, but it's just when you get too much muscle on the frame, it looks weird.
It's just an overwhelming look, dude. It's like,
Yeah,
he's like a once in a lifetime like type of bodybuilder, dude. Like he's very unique. I hope that he carries a few titles because that dude could probably be in a, I don't want to say like I don't know if I'm saying a GOAT conversation could be like pretty bold, but I mean the dude has all the pieces. So if he just continues to do it consistently and keeps getting better year over year, he could be arguably one of the better Mr. Olympias that ever to do it.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hottie too. I just fucking just love the guy's physique, his work ethic, his graininess. I don't know how old Hottie is. I think he's similar to my age, like 39, 38 or something, but would like to see him win one more at least. Samson's incredible. He just hasn't really, like we all have said, he just hasn't really brought in that nasty condition yet. Last year when he won, it was better. It was better than it has been. But it just wasn't quite, when they say some people can't get striated glutes, there's probably somewhat truth to that. But at the same time, there's a lot about Samson that you hear about when you look into it. Like when he was working with Milos, he refused to do more than an hour of cardio a day. So Milos would be like, hey, I need you to do two 45-minute sessions. He'd be like, nah, like an hour is my limit. And then on top of that,
ever telling a coach no.
I know, right?
That just doesn't even fucking click.
And then on top of that, like he'll be like, if you watch his videos like during prep, he'll like his wife makes him like 3 eggs and she's like, makes him his 3 eggs and he sit there and he's like, man, this is ridiculous. All I have is 3 eggs for breakfast. But then he'll make like a protein shake with like two cups of oats and he'll just like drink it on the side. And it's like, bro, you're having like fucking 100 carbs right there. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you're having 3 eggs, but you're also like, so he's just kind of weird like that. But yeah. All right, we'll do a couple more questions here. Here's a good one. If you guys are cool with sharing it, what's your current cycle right now? I'll go ahead and go first. I'm just finishing up a blast. So I switched through compounds like the whole 15 weeks or whatever. But at the end, the last 3 weeks, I did 1,000 tests, 600 primo, and 200 tren. That was the last 3 weeks, and this was my last week on that. And then I'm going to bump down to like 500 tests and 200 primo for a week or two. And then I'll bump down to like the actual TRT dose, which will probably be 250 to 300 tests and 100 primo and run that for a while. But I'm going to keep the GH in at 10 to 12 IUs for the little TRT run, if you want to call it that.
I'm on the kitchen sink.
I'll go for it.
I can hear it, goddammit.
I'm doing 100 mgs of test prop. Well, I'm 3 weeks out, so I'm doing everything. So 100 mgs of test prop every day, 75 mgs of tren every day, 400 primo a week, and then 75 mgs of Mastron every day. And then I just started oral. So I'm doing Anavar, Proviron, and Winstrol at 50 a day.
Nice. Are you coaching yourself, David?
Julian Smith is doing my diet and cardio, and then I'm doing everything else.
Right, because he's not going to be able to tell you about drugs.
No.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I like Julian. He's a great dude.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's definitely a different, because I've worked with other coaches in the past, Matt, and I've worked with Blue. So it's just kind of nice having a different perspective. The natty guy running my diet and stuff. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Does he ever ask you about drugs to learn, or does he just have like no? Does he just not care?
No, I tell him everything.
Yeah,
he knows exactly what I'm doing.
Nice. I'm sure he has a pretty good knowledge of it, even though he's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
Who's up? Brandon?
Yeah, right now I'm just on 150 mgs of test and some HCG and some Clomid. Just trying to have a baby here soon, so
Oh,
see
good
what
for
I can
you,
do.
man.
What I can do on my
Awesome.
end for that part. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, you know. So I'm gonna run that for a while, and then yeah, try and hit a blast here, and hopefully like 6 weeks or so.
Yeah. Good luck, man. I hope you can pull that off. That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Keep practicing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He
Just gotta keep
said,
practicing.
he said
keep
pull it
trying.
off. I feel like there's a pull out joke in there somewhere.
Who's up? Brandon?
No, and we
Oh,
just
Chris.
pulled my GH too. I'm not sure why. Chris took it out, wants me to stockpile it, I guess. So I'm close to
Oh, I
napping
mean,
right
that's
now.
good.
I forgot
heard
to
GH
say
can
I'm doing 4 IUs of GH or 5 IUs of GH a day too.
Nice. I've read a couple of studies that said that GH could actually help you get pregnant, but it could be complete bullshit.
I
who
was
knows?
running when my wife and I got pregnant, I was running GH every day.
Nice.
So and I was doing pretty much the same thing that Brandon was doing as far as the HCG and the HMG, the Boston Lloyd stack, basically.
There you go. Blast it. Yep. Get those fucking sperms going.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say thanks, Brandon. Now my wife heard that. She's like, "What about me?"
I'll zip it.
You're like,
Not
hey,
right
be
now.
patient.
This isn't the
I'm
time
on
to do it right now.
1,500 mgs of trend. I can hit that.
That's funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I up or is Chris up?
It doesn't matter.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Chris.
All right. So I'm 15 weeks out now. So I just not just on, but 1,500 milligrams of test a week, 1,000 EQ, and 10 IUs of GH. And then just some. I mean, SLU 750 micrograms a day. Yeah. But,
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking get after it.
How's that 1,500 bigs feel?
really good, honestly. I mean, I cruised for last year for the longest I ever had. 'Cause I had a bunch of surgeries and shit. So, and then I've been finally healthy after all these surgeries, and I've been wanting to do a show all year. So, yeah, just hopped on. I peaked out at this same dose, like early last year. So it's been a while, and I felt good on it then, but I only ran it for 3 weeks and then I had a surgery. So I wanted to get back to it. So I felt good last time, and I'm responding really well. I haven't changed food or I just changed food now, but 4 weeks straight, I just kept getting harder and, bigger, leaner. So it was working, feel really good. Never been this strong.
I missed what you said after the test. Do you have to take how much? Like, do you have to run a lot of AI with the 1,500, or you just got some master on in, or I didn't hear that part.
1,000 EQ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But luckily, I don't ever get estrogen side effects. So I don't aromatize. Like when I was natty, my estrogen was 7. So like I just don't convert shit. I'm pretty lucky that way.
Yeah.
You're lucky. I felt my nipples get a little sore when you said 1,500.
I've literally never had anything. I've ran 1,000 tests and 800 DECA. That's no AI, no issues. I don't know. I'm just really lucky.
Yeah, I'm pretty non-responsive to. I could feel like I'm estrogen sensitive, but I don't get like any real sides except for a like breakout or some shit. But in terms of gyno, like definitely don't have any issues with that for some reason.
Hell yeah. You're probably horny as fuck on 1,500 mgs of test.
Yeah, it's nice.
Good thing you got the wife there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we got Brandon and Big Ferg.
Yeah, mine's pretty basic. I just I hadn't cycled in a couple of years, so this last I just came off a couple weeks ago. I just did like a little 500 milligrams of sustanon and 300 milligrams of deca for like 12 weeks. And then like I added in a little, like 50 milligrams of Anavar a day at the very end of it.
Right.
And then that last month too, I implemented that growth hormone, and I started at 5, dude, but my weight, like, it's weird. The whole entire like little like novice cycle I did, my weight like wouldn't, it just like stayed the same. And I really anticipated, just because I got so fat, that I anticipated dropping a lot of weight. But then like, dude, I just put that little bit of GH and it just fucking, like, my water weight just swelled up like 10 pounds. And it was crazy. I don't know if it was just really strong, really good growth, but anyways, so I'm off that. I stayed on the G. I pulled that back to 3 units, and I'm on my HCG and Clomid, and just kind of getting things straight. I'm gonna get some blood work done, and then the next one we're gonna be for real. I kind of wanted to like, I made myself take like 4 weeks of like back in the 4 to 6 weeks like back in the gym before I would even take anything. Like I wanted to earn the right to even put anything in my body, and then I did my little baby cycle, and I wanted to make sure that I was going to be committed and like really stick to it and earn the right to do a real man cycle. So, and I think I've kind of earned that. So my next one, we're gonna fucking go for it.
Dude, I'm so pumped for this comeback.
Thank you. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited to see what happens. I don't know if we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been hyping him up for a couple of months, man. Me too. I'm super jacked for it.
That's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're big fans of your physique, man. You'll get there. Just keep plugging away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Ferg, we saved the biggest for last. Let's hear it.
I'm guessing like 200 megs a test.
We're not natty.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're doing drugs?
Yeah, what's that? No, so I did an extensive clean out. I was on 100 milligrams of test for like 16 weeks, but then on the other side of that, I was on 15 IUs. So,
Yeah.
and then some Atlantis and some Hemalog. So, it was a good clean out. So we got primed and stuff, and so then we kicked it off. So right now, currently at 9 and 12. I'm at Tren E 100 milligrams every other day. That's gonna get swapped out with Ace. I gotta check in after we're done here. And then I have Masteron Prop 100 milligrams every other day. Test E 300 every day. Primo 200 every other day. EQ 150 every day or every other day. T4 100 milligram or MCG 15 IUs. Glutathione 200 milligrams twice a week. 40 MCG Clean with my fasted cardio, and then pre-training 50 milligrams of Anadrol. And then last week you just put in 25 milligrams of Proviron and 0.5 Arimidex. Yeah, it's the first AI I've ran since last prep. Turner liked to run high AIs, but my body really doesn't need it.
How much are you?
0.5 every other day.
0.5, got it.
Yeah.
And then we just started 12.5 MCG at T3 Wednesday.
Nice.
Big man ain't fucking around either.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I love Anadrol.
Yeah,
Me
earlier.
too. As long as I'm hydrated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I torn my pec twice on it, so I pretty much stopped taking it.
Ooh.
Just getting
Yeah.
too strong for your own good and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the crazy thing is I wasn't even pressing that heavy. I was just getting ready to. So I was dehydrated, wasn't warmed up enough. Just pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'll get a headache if I take that and I'm not hydrated and I'll take like a pump. Then it's just a bad workout. But
Yeah.
I've been a lot better this last couple of years staying hydrated.
Mm-hmm. You guys, obviously you think GH is fucking awesome, right? You guys all agree with that?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's a game changer.
That was, I think, had a huge thing to do with like my growth between the last 2 years.
It's like a hormone for growth. It's weird.
Dude, yeah, insane. But like that was like I noticed I just stay a lot leaner when it's in. And if you stay leaner, your runway is going to be higher to push your body weight up, and
Yep,
push
I
your
agree.
food up higher too. So
yeah. In the heart of this cycle, 8 weeks ago, I actually tried 1,500 mgs of test too, because at the peak of this cycle, I was at 1,500 mgs a test, 900 EQ, and 600 Deca, and then 50 mgs of Anadrol a day. And that felt pretty fucking good. Definitely.
The thing is if I drop the GH, I just don't want to put it back in and go through, man, your hands at night,
Oh,
dude. That is brutal.
The hand thing is
Hey, and we're
that.
we're wrenching on shit sometimes
Yeah,
too.
so it's terrible.
It fucking sucks.
God.
Like
I
your
know, I
hands are
kinda like
numb, and
it.
you're like, am I gonna smack myself in the mouth in this way?
Well, I won't feel it if I fucking bust my knuckles. I guess it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Right. What causes that? Do you guys know what causes that?
Gotta be the water retention.
Yeah, or your carpal tunnel or whatever.
Yeah, pushing on that
Crosses the
nerve.
Yeah.
Because I was getting the ulnar nerve entrapment too from it, which is the same thing, just a different nerve. So instead of like these three fingers, it's these two, and then you get sharp shooting pain down your elbow. First time I got it was my left arm. Like, fuck, am I having a heart attack? But it's like, no, it's just the ulnar nerve. You're fine.
Yeah, you can tell when your GH is working when you're like your fucking forearms just feel so pumped and your hands are like just swollen, and it's like just to like make a fist. It's like there's so much pressure. Like you're like, all right,
brushing your teeth, and you're just like, oh
yeah.
I remember the first time I got some farm grade stuff, and I didn't realize it was triple dose. So like 1 IU was actually 3, so I was taking 5. So I was actually taking 15 IUs of farm grade, and I literally could not close my hand to grip a bar. But I was so fucking lean that whole off season. I was like, I don't know why I'm so lean. I'm eating so much food. I'm only taking 5 IUs of growth. No, I'm taking 15 of farm grade.
Right.
So
actually,
check your dosages.
Yeah.
I got some Serostim coming in the mail, actually. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Well, never mind. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Cut it out.
Hypothetically.
From the doctor, prescribed, of course. But yeah, I've been running generics for a while, but my guy had a good little deal and he owed me for some stuff. So I bought one just to try it out. It's like, I think it's 128 IUs, or it's one of those weird kits.
Yeah.
But the stuff I'm getting from him already is fucking really good anyways, but just going to give it a shot. I've only ran farm grade like once for like a year, or not for a year, for like a month, maybe 5-10 years ago. And I mean, yeah, you can definitely feel it's just a little bit more probably concentrated, maybe a little bit more powerful, but growth is growth. Yeah.
Yeah, I ran Sizen and Genotropin and Norditropin and all that, and it was good. But man, the generics that you get now, you just can't. You just can't
Right?
argue
Can't
with
beat
them.
the price.
Like, would you
not at all.
rather take like 15 IUs of generics or for the same cost as like 6 IU, 5 IUs of pharma? It's like you're gonna get the same, and you're gonna get the same result out of both of those.
Yeah, and you're going to be going through a pin every 4 days,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's pointless. It really is. I think we're pretty spoiled nowadays. Like the amount of like good gear and good generic growth that's out there. Like, gosh, it's pretty fucking abundant.
For now, man. Like,
and it's almost too easy to get.
Yeah. It's you hear stories of guys like coming up in the 90s, and who knows if they're bullshitting or if they're somewhat telling the truth, but like some guys were like, man, I just took whatever I get my hands on. If it was fucking Deca during prep, that's what I was taking. It's just hard to get at certain times. It's like, it's not like that now.
Definitely not.
It's fucking pretty goddamn easy.
There is a little low, though. There is a little low.
Yeah.
A low.
Those are harder to get right now.
Going on right now. It's
Yeah.
Oh, with GH or just in general?
No, certain other supplements.
Oh yeah.
Primo?
Yeah.
Other vitamins.
DHT derivatives.
I've heard Stu was talking about Primo being super hard to get on one of his podcasts that I was listening to.
Yeah, Primo
and Masteron.
Yeah. Fucking tariffs, man. Fucking up that Chinese fucking shipment. No. Anyways, fuck guys, thanks for coming on, man. It's been a good one, man. Appreciate you guys talking to me and spending my birthday.
Are you guys all gonna come down and watch the Oregon, or?
I'll be there.
Yeah, me and Brandon will be there.
I'll be there for sure.
Yeah. So you better kill it, bro.
Tacoma guys probably aren't gonna come down, right?
Nah.
No, that probably not. But I do
I
want to. I want to schedule
wouldn't
some time to
expect
come
you.
down to O'Malley's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
anytime,
definitely want
man.
to train out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
we'll
down.
plan a weekend or something one of these times and get a couple workouts in or something.
Yeah. Anytime you guys want to come down, let's do it.
I know, dude. Cool, man. You guys have a good rest of your day, guys.
You
Happy
too.
birthday,
Right.
dude.
You too. Happy birthday, Rob. Have a good one,
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, happy
Appreciate
birthday, dude. Let's go.
it. Thanks, guys.
Later.
Later.